Real quick, guys, let's see if we can find something on, GABA intake, taking GABA as a supplement, and cortisol. Let's see if it affects cortisol in any kind of way. Uh, some of you guys know I've been taking GABA for about 16, I think 16, 17 years. I think I first started taking GABA around 28 years old, somewhere around there, because I heard it worked out good for people who, lift weights and stuff like this. It was only like years later that I discovered that GABA had a lot more benefits than just helping you out in the gym. It turns out, it helps sleep, stress, anxiety, all kind of things, and that it was similar to taking Valium at certain doses. But let's see if we can read something about GABA and cortisol, because cortisol is something that seems to come up a lot as far as maintaining your health. Let's just see if we can read something on it. It says the relationship between GABA and cortisol. The thing about GABA that I read is that you know when you age, the less GABA your brain produces. Talks about how cortisol can increase GABA production. It says when the body experiences stress, cortisol is released, which can stimulate the production of GABA in the brain. GABA can modulate cortisol effects. GABA can reduce the effects of cortisol on the body, such as its ability to increase heart rate and blood pressure. Chronic stress can disrupt the GABA cortisol balance. Prolonged stress can lead to an imbalance in the production of GABA and cortisol, which can contribute to anxiety, depression, and other mental health problems. It says drugs that increase GABA levels, such as, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, benzodiazepine, something like that, and Valium can help to reduce anxiety and promote. See, they always trying to get you to take, you know, something that increases something in your body. Well, no, that's not what they try to do. This is actually the opposite of what they usually try to do. Usually they're trying to get you to take the supplement, like they'll try to get you to take human growth hormone when you can, use stuff to increase human growth hormone. In this case, you don't want to be taking these type of medications, Valium, to increase GABA. In this case, you actually want to take GABA, which they try to say it doesn't cross the brain barrier. But I think it does, guys. There are studies that say no, it does. It actually does cross the brain barrier. See, the thing is, GABA is the ultimate remedy. So I don't know. I don't know exactly if it's a conspiracy or not, but GABA is something that can seriously help a lot of people that what people are going to the doctor for. So they don't want that. If people can find out how to cure certain things without having to be on medication, stuff like this, they don't want that. But I've been seeing in stores they're selling GABA more and more, and it's cheap. That's the thing about it. It's cheap. So it says in conclusion, GABA and cortisol have a complex and important interaction in the body's stress response. Cortisol increases GABA production while GABA modulates cortisol effects. Maintaining a balance between these two hormones is crucial for mental and physical well-being. Dysregulation of this balance can contribute to stress-related disorders. So, like I said, guys, as you age, your GABA decreases in your body. So as you age, the less likely you are to be able to deal with stress, or whereas you're just dealing with more stress. So me, like I take about I take anywhere from 3 to 5 grams of GABA pretty much every 3 hours, guys. I'll be honest with you. Okay. It just depends on some days I really don't take it into the nighttime. It just depends. But whenever I feel stress coming on in any kind of way, I'll take anywhere from 3 to 5 grams myself. And I can do this because it's cheap. It says, does GABA lower stress? Does it lower cortisol? It says, yes, there is evidence suggesting that GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, can help lower cortisol levels, particularly during stressful situations. I'm telling you guys, whenever I feel stress come on, I used to smoke a little weed. That doesn't, no, that's not. You want to take GABA. As a neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and calms the nervous system, GABA can reduce the stress response, which in turn helps to decrease the production of stress hormones like cortisol. Trust me, guys, when I tell you, that's why it helps out in the gym a lot. Studies have shown reduced cortisol levels in subjects taking GABA supplements or consuming GABA-enriched foods, particularly in humans. Hormone regulation. Some research indicates that GABA can directly affect the systems that produce. Okay, we already read that. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Okay. So let's see what it says about, GABA as far as its relation to Valium. I've never taken Valium before, but I can tell you when you pop 5 grams of GABA at any given time during the day, you will be on cloud 9. But you're still able to function at a high level, though. Don't matter what you're doing. Just type in Valium. Is GABA supplement like GABA? Let me see. Can we get a? GABA is often considered a Valium-like neurotransmitter because it has a calming effect on the brain as what's known as an inhibitory neurotransmitter. Trust me when I tell you guys, man, 5 grams of GABA, you're on cloud 9. But you're able to think very, very clearly and efficiently. And not a lot of things bother you when you under this GABA energy, guys. And I've been taking it for 15, 16 years. And I can tell you guys a lot. 80% the reason why I'm so calm is because of GABA. I tell everybody I run into that I talk to, if you're not taking GABA, you should be taking GABA. If you're dealing with stress, you should be taking GABA. If you're dealing with anxiety, you should be taking GABA. If you're dealing with depression, you should be taking GABA. But I definitely say stress in any kind of way. You have times in your day where you're feeling real good and all of a sudden some kind of stress can just come on out of nowhere. And the fact that it's a neurotransmitter, now this is my own theory, is that it's able to block out lower frequencies. It's able to block out subliminals, messages to your brain. Because you think of something as a neurotransmitter, it's also a nootropic, it's brain food. Think about if you was able to control your own mind. To me, that's the main thing GABA does for me. It controls where I want my thoughts to go. It does not allow anything in it that don't belong in my thoughts. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here, y'all. I didn't say enough. But if you're not taking GABA, man, you must be a happy-go-lucky person, because you know, especially if you live in the United States, in these cities and stuff like that, you really, I mean, you need something that really can help you be in your own world besides, marijuana and alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. All right, holla at y'all later.